What's up, guys? So I'm super excited to start some BBC. So I know sounds sus, but let's get into it, okay? So this is the first day. Let's get into what this is all about. Now, what is BBC? So to say what is BBC, I want to go back to its origin stories from where it got inspired from. First one is Alex Becker. He's the first B in the BBC. So I got inspiration from his old video lectures of becoming your best self, of creating your own business that has a lot of value. And recently he's been creating a lot of daily Twitter posts about being your best self. And I know that he's undergoing a phase where he's trying to become his best self. So he's in a hardcore grind hustle mode. So maybe it's not sustainable long term, but I did get inspiration from it. And yeah, it's a big inspiration for sure. So shout out to Alex Becker. Second off, it's Luke Belmar. He's the second B in BBC. So I also got inspired by his recent videos. So he's a younger entrepreneur, and a lot of his videos resonate with me, where I remember he had a quote where he says, most people are walking around like an accident, where a lot of their day isn't intentional, where a lot of it is subconscious, right? So we eat junk food, we scroll on our social media, we maybe hang out with toxic people, maybe we hang out with other toxic influences and do things that negatively impact us. And it's pretty much automatic because, you know, our animal brain, it just wants like the quickest fix of something that feels good. So yeah, I think I've been trying to become a lot more mindful in doing things, and well, I'll go into it later, but the C is the challenge part. So it's all about creating your own BBC, right? So the Becker Belmar challenge. So for me personally, it's to whenever I wake up, I'll try to wake up early. I'll go outside within 10 minutes, and I won't doom scroll or anything. I'll just post on Twitter of checking in on the BBC challenge. Then for the second part, it would be 1 hour before bed to post on Twitter of the BBC check-in too. Then to put my phone in a lockbox, and then to either read on my notepad or iPad or another book, or read or walk. Those are the only two options for a night to relax the mind. So the reason why I chose these first two is that I left a lot of hours on the table to work towards my dream vision, right? So I'd waste maybe like 1 to 3 hours per day, maybe even sometimes more, just doom scrolling, like binge watching Netflix shows, or yeah, just doing random stuff that's not relevant. And I find myself like after I do these, I'm like, wait, why did I do that? It's just like a waste of time, right? So I think this challenge kind of forces me to do it, since there'll be other people that I'll have to help keep accountable, vice versa too, help them keep accountable, and they help keep me accountable. And worst case, I'll just be doing it by myself, and I'll have the rest of the Twitter fam and YouTube to inspire and to also help keep me accountable. And I did something similar. I created a whole slide that goes into depth about all of this, but fuck it, I'll just say it. So yeah, so I documented my journey of dunking, and I think that took several years, and that helped keep me accountable. So here I am trying to do it with trying to be my best self, and this will be a lot more open and transparent. So yeah, I didn't even think about that until right now when I just started speaking. Like yeah, this is gonna be transparent AF. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw it all out there because I'm really curious to see what can happen from this. So the third part of the C is to do continuous in-depth check-ins of all areas of life. So I'll do a YouTube video on the first day, which is today, 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, 365 days, and I'll do the usual daily check-ins, the morning and nights, along with weekly check-ins on Saturday. So I usually do those for my fitness updates on Twitter, but now I'll include the BBC. So there you have it. That's BBC. So I already touched upon this a little bit. So why do I want some BBC? So yeah, my best self. I just want to be my best self. I keep doing the same bad habits several times a day, and always wondered, what could I be? What could I do if I didn't do those, or kept them at very bare minimum, right? So yeah, I just want to be accountable for it, and to just force myself to be my best self. So yeah, I think a question that I had for myself would be, what would happen if I just dedicated one whole year to be my best self? So just eliminated most of these bad habits, just grind it out for a year and then see what happens. So hopefully after that year, I just continue doing it. Maybe I'll have a lot more balance where I think I'll probably be more balanced when, when I have a family settling down and stuff. But for now, when I'm a young person without any kids or anything, I want to be my best self and to keep growing. And I think it stems beyond that too, right? Like, I think not just for myself right now, but for family, friends, loved ones, and etc. And whoever else needs my help out there. So I just want to experiment, see what happens. And also, I just want to have fun with others, right? I want to combine my passions of fitness, gaming, and Web3 to form that dream community with my favorite people. So I feel like there's a lot of people who are interested in fitness and Web3 gaming, but they're not in a big community together. It's kind of like scattered everywhere. So I'm hoping that this community can help bridge those people together. So what's the long game of BBC? So it's to cultivate and inspire a community of awesome people in Web3 gaming that love fitness and personal growth, to bring them together and to constantly spread that message of positivity, fitness, prioritizing your health. And I also want to get fun with this, right? So I want to create a on-chain, multi-blockchain game app with maybe like AI personal trainers that will be customized for you. Maybe we can create different games where you role play as different people, like it's like an underdog basketball or volleyball story, or someone trying to make it to the NFL, or someone trying to be like the best soccer player it could be, and other stuff. But that's longer term. Maybe short term, we can make like a more on-chain game that's more simple. Maybe first we create off a game like this one where we post on Twitter, and then it could be fun. It could be like PvP, right? Where if someone doesn't post on Twitter, we can knock them out, like burn their NFT or something. If someone does post it, they gain items, equipment, armor, and then it's gonna be a shit ton of fun. So I'm gonna grind and work hard at this because I'm really passionate about it, and I just want to combine these different passions together and to have fun with it. So maybe the first one could be a free mint with everyone that's the OGs in the communities, maybe feature coins too, so we reward initiatives like people just having fun, and maybe bringing in different speakers, different fitness enthusiasts, or our favorite fitness people to collaborate with them, host in-person events and stuff. So yeah, there's so many different things we can do. I have a bunch of ideas, but I can't wait to chat with the community that we'll build so that we can see what else we can build together. So here's my personal list of the BBC, which I will be tracking to see how it will affect it from my journey of doing these BBC habits and spending more time doing what I actually want to do intentionally. First will be health, so exercise, nutrition, sleep, mental habits, etc. So now it's around an 8.5, and I think that's because I've been prioritizing that heavily, and been going ham on it. So hopefully I can bring it to like a 9.5 or 9.75 or out of 10 or something, just to bring it as close to as best as I can. Secondly, it would be a fulfilling higher purpose, growing. I think now currently it's like a 6.5. I think part of the reason why I wanted to do BBC was to align the purpose and growing. I've always been passionate about fitness and health, and I always loved doing creative things. I always liked Web3 gaming, or quite recently, I always liked gaming, but Web3 gaming more recently, the past few years. So why not combine my passions and integrate them into something that I like? So that's another reason why I wanted to do BBC. So hopefully after doing BBC, it will better align me with that. Then financial freedom. Right now, I'm doing pretty good where I can take care of myself, give back some money to family, friends, but I think I still have a lot of room to grow for that. Hopefully after bull market that changes, but let's see how that changes from this. Then close relationships. I think I do a pretty good job of time with family, times with SO, close friends back at home. But I think right now in SF, since I'm starting to develop my social circle here, it's been growing, but I'm still developing that. So maybe I'll put in more effort into SF and also the Web3 gaming space. Maybe I think that's going to be solved and automated a bit with me going to a lot of these conferences, meeting up with people. So that'd be dope. We'll see how it changes. Same with creativity. I used to be I still do it, but not as heavily, where I create like poetry books, I create like a bunch of videos, but I think that'll probably be more automated now that I'll create more frequent videos with BBC, more content creator videos, like trying out different games. And also I got a piano recently back at my place in SF, so I think that's gonna be awesome. Then poetry too, I'll get back to it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Philanthropy, I think I'm doing a above average job at it, but I think there's a lot more room to grow, like helping mentor more people, helping give back to family, friends, loved ones, and then eventually reaching a stage where I can just freely give back to whoever, like around away from my immediate vicinity too, and everything. Then spirituality, I've been prioritizing this a lot more recently, like more meditations, more yoga, more prayer and stuff. So then I think that has been pretty good. So I think I just need to keep that up and be consistent with it, and it should be good. Adventure, I wished for more traveling, more adventure this year, and I got exactly that, maybe even more. So, I'm going to a shit ton of conferences for work across the globe. Went to New York for the first time, which is super dope. Got to Chicago, Brooklyn, Jersey, New York and stuff, so that's super dope. Then I'm actually heading back there within a month, then going to LA for another conference, and then probably some other ones throughout the week. Then I'm also going to probably Austin for like a bachelor party, and then going to Vietnam later, and oh my gosh, so much fucking traveling. Probably in Portland too later. Oh, I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks for going to EDC first time. So yeah, I think I'm good on adventure this year. Maybe I can do more adventure throughout my daily life and weekly stuff. But honestly, I think I'm pretty good on that. So yeah, I think so. What to prioritize? Probably 1 through 4. Not let my health slip, and to really zone in on those. Then zone in on higher purpose growing, financial freedom too. Keep on doing good spending habits, but also creating high valuable skills and growing it. Then close relationships too, putting more effort into that, and automating, adventure. I'm like good on that. It's already set for a bunch of adventures. Spirituality, I think I just need to keep doing the fitness habits, which will tie into spirituality. Philanthropy too. I think tying in my higher purpose to philanthropy, I think that will tie in. And then creativity, I think that'll be part of taking care of my health too, like giving proper breaks and to just do stuff that's not just my usual routine, and to have fun with it. And yeah, I think next slide, I forgot about this slide. It's am I going too big with BBC? So it's risk and mitigations. First risk is I have a weird ass schedule, so literally now for the next month is the worst time to start this challenge. I'm traveling to 4 different places in the next few weeks, but honestly, I think fulfilling your purpose and just doing what you love, can't wait. So fuck it, let's do it. So it's gonna be crazy as heck, but if I can get through this, I'm starting off the challenge on hardcore mode, because it's gonna be a lot harder going through these different time zones, but I'll figure it out. So mitigation would be to adjust based on the time zone, and to I just fully enjoy my travels. Then risk 2 would be maybe burnout from going too ham. Maybe I'm too stressed from work, traveling, etc. But I think that should be good if I schedule fun, creative time along the usual deloading mechanism. So taking my time throughout the day, taking more time to take breaks weekly, monthly too, to just get out of the city, try monthly to go somewhere out there, maybe another state yearly, to travel a different country, etc., and to just having fun. So hopefully the BBC is not too big. And yeah, that's it for the first video. I'm very excited to do this. I'm gonna post this on Twitter, and then I'll launch the Telegram group if anyone else is interested. So let's get this BBC going. Feel free to create your own challenge, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everyone can grow together. I think that'll be fun. So looking forward to the next video. It'll be the 30-day mark, but I'll be consistently on Twitter and a Telegram group. So let's get it. See you, Kings.